Right, let me give you the solution for this exercise. So basically, let's start from the back end. So in here, I have this method right here with a delete mapping and then a path that takes the student ID. Then I receive the path right here and then map it into this variable. And then inside of my service, I call the dot and then delete student. If I navigate into that, so command and then click, you can see that this method right here is very simple. So here, I'm just saying student repository dot delete by ID and then passing the student ID. That is simple as that. So also I have this, so check if student exists, and this will cover in the later chapter when we cover error handling. So this is the backend. Now for the front end, so here I'm going to open up the client.js, and what I've done was I have this delete student method that takes the student ID. Then I build the URL, so API v1 students, and then pass the student ID. The method is delete. And then I have the then check status. Now, the interesting bit is inside of the app.js. So this is the actual gluing. So open up app.js, and what I've done, so in here, let's just start from the change. So here, so your implementation, maybe it's a little bit different, but this is one way of doing things. So for columns, I've changed it to receive fetch students, and you'll see why in a second. And then it returns the array of columns. Then right here, I've added this object with title actions and then actions. And then inside of the render, we have the radio group. And inside, I have the pop confirm. And also I have this button right here, edit, which does nothing. And this is for the later exercise. Now this pop confirm, so here pop confirm, what it does, so basically I have some placement, the title, are you sure you want to delete? And then I grab the student name from here, and then here on confirm I say remove and then student, pass the ID, and also pass the fetch student. So fetch student, it's whatever we pass to this function. And then we have OK text, yes, the default, cancel text, and then no. Now this fetch student right here is the following. So if I scroll down, so basically this fetch student is this one, which you already have seen. And the reason why we want this is so that we can update the state, right? Because here we go fetch the students and then we set the state in here. Now, if I scroll down, so here, so where we actually have the columns, I said in here, columns, and then here I pass the fetch students. And it's as simple as that. Now, one more thing, right? So this is for fetching students. And if I scroll up in here, so on confirm, so this on confirm, remove student. And basically what this does is the following. So if I scroll up, in here, I have this method, remove student. We receive the student ID. We pass it to delete student, which is the one in our client. So this one. If I go back, then I say .then. If success, we send a notification, and then we invoke the callback. So the callback is, remember again, so if I go to remove student where this has been used, so it's fetch student, and this fetch student comes from here. So fetch students, and then we pass it again. Let me just show you in here. So columns and then fetch students. Now it's important that you don't invoke this like this, because otherwise it will fetch the students for every render, and we don't want that. We want this to be passed all the way to columns, and then from columns in here we say fetch students, and then fetch students, it's then passed into remove student as a callback, and then here we just invoke it. We could actually say remove student, for example, here, but callback, it's a nice naming convention. And there you have it. And also for the success notification, we have a message, student deleted, student with ID, we pass the ID here, was deleted. And basically, if I delete, so remember, we add this person with an empty name right here. So if I delete, you can see that we have the pop confirm. And then if I say no, it doesn't do anything. If I delete now, you can see that it's gone and the number of students decremented. And we also have a notification. So this is really nice. If you want to grab my solution, I'm going to leave a link with a git diff for my commit. And also you can check out the branch, so you can grab the latest code that I have and follow along. But I want to really for you to practice and build this awesome application together, because I feel like for the next bigger exercise, then you have more confidence when it comes to build a bigger feature. This is all for now. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, let's move on.